Greetings, greetings. Welcome to When the Moment Chooses You. I am your host, Coach Charlene, and I am excited. I thought I would come live. I have not really been live on When the Moment Chooses You, but When the Moment Chooses You is my podcast that I started in 2022. It has been an amazing journey because I interview trailblazers and change agents that dare to dream, that dare to disrupt their system or themselves and beginning to share their story. So I love the power of stories. Stories are so powerful that they can help you to transform. They can bring healing. They can bring understanding of different perspectives. It's just so powerful when you share your story. So I talked about on my live last time that I have a little baby that touched the earth when the moment chooses you. This is my book that actually came out March 5th. And I have been getting so much wonderful feedback on this particular book. So I thought I would just take some time, first of all, to say thank you all who have purchased it. I am even having organizations to purchase them so that they can give them as gifts for their staff. I truly believe that this is beyond Charlene's nurse leader journey. This is your journey too, because you have a voice that needs to be heard. You have something in you so significant that made you necessary. And so I believe that when you read this book, that if you allow it to really speak to you, it will help you to uncover some of the deep things in your heart that you want to actually manifest in your own life. I talk about it in relationship to my journey as a nurse leader and really as humanity. And that's why I think you could totally relate to it. So I thought today, since I really haven't done a podcast, I'm actually getting ready to start interviewing people again and to bring them on, as well as to engage with you in the book, because there's many lessons in this book that I want to extract. And I will do that on this particular podcast. I am also doing an audiobook. A lot of people have been asking me, do I have an audiobook? I don't yet, but I am working on that particular process. I thought I would start with just reading some of it. Now, in the beginning of the book, you'll notice that I have a resilient you. It's a free offering that you get for just purchasing the book. And it was a resilience session that I did probably a few months ago. And so that's just a free gift just for you. It's called The Resilient You, Unlocking the Path to Unshakable Resilience. And if you notice, I will talk about resilience a lot. And I know resilience has gotten a bad rap because sometimes people use, and especially some leaders, I know they use it as you got to do more, you got to do more, suck it up and do more. But this is really not what I'm talking about. I love the definition of resilience according to heartmath.org. And they define resilience in one of the programs, I'm HeartMath certified trainer. In one of the programs, Resilience Advantage, they teach that resilience is the capacity to prepare for, recover from, and adapt in the face of stress, anxiety, crisis. That what is it? Your three. I like it because it's a three-part thing. You have to prepare for it, recover from, and adapt. And so, whatever I'm going through, I always allow it to make me better than I was before going through it. You know what I mean? So that's how you really start taking care of yourself better with resilience, because I am more resilient because I've learned how to respond to my setbacks. And I don't allow my setbacks to make me bitter. I allow them to make me better. And that's the power of choosing your moments. You see, the moments that we live in are really dictated upon how we choose to respond or react. And I talk about that in the book as well. So I also have some wonderful readings in here, or testimonials from wonderful people that took the time to read the book before it even came out and to share their thoughts. So just thank you so much for Joellen and Jan, Kathy and Tara and Dr. Nicole, Erica Hooper, Stephanie Price. And then I had the wonderful Jean Watson do a Ford, as well as Dr. Simon T. Bailey. I'm so thankful that they took the time to do this. And of course, I had to acknowledge my beautiful family, my husband, and my kids, and there's a lot of people that I acknowledge here on the acknowledgments page. And notice in the chapter as you go through it, a lot of them have moment in the front of it because it's when the moment chooses you. You see, your moment will be different than my moment. My experiences are different than your experiences, but that talk about a time where I was struggling a little bit. I was kind of restless and agitated, and I knew something was wrong and couldn't quite figure it out. And so I took some time off, and then I found that wonderful quote that I love sharing whenever I can. It doesn't really have an author on it who wrote it, but it's an unknown author. As far as I know, if you find the author, let me know. But it says, "You don't die when your heart stops beating, you die when your heartbeats have no meaning." And so that quote really was profound for me because what I recognized, my agitation, my frustration, my irritation, was not necessarily burnout. It was really me in this state of misalignment. You know, when your heart is telling you you need to do something different, you need to do something different. And yes, you hear it, but you don't really know what to do. And so that's why I found myself in this restless state. And in retrospect, I saw that that's what it was. I was misaligned. My heart was just really trying to speak to me to get me to my destiny. And so a lot that I talk about a lot of moments. Chapter 1 is a moment to reflect. Chapter 2 is a moment to embrace. Chapter 3 is a moment to awaken. Chapter 4, a moment to overcome. Chapter 5, a moment to align. 6, a moment to transform. 7, a moment to prepare. 8, a moment to leap. 9, a moment to share. And that is it in addition to my final word in the other pages. And so listen to the preface. I'm going to read that to you and then I'm going to just give some thoughts. And then I'm going to keep coming back and keep coming back. And like I said, you'll be starting to hear some change agents and trailblazers that come on the show, as well as I'm going to get someone to interview me as well. So let me start here. It says, as I reflect on my journey that led to the creation of this book, I am reminded the countless moments, some profound, some fleeting, which have shaped my path as a nurse leader and as a human being. Each moment, like a brushstroke on the canvas of my life, left its mark, guiding me to greater self-discovery, resilience, and purpose. When the Moment Chooses You is more than just a collection of stories. It's a testament to the power of embracing the unexpected, finding strength in adversity, and discovering one's voice in the face of silence. In these pages, I invite you to join me on a journey of exploration and empowerment, a journey that transcends the boundaries of healthcare leadership and speaks to the universal human experience of growth, transformation, and self realization. Through personal anecdotes, reflections, and wisdom gleaned from years of navigating the complexities of healthcare, I hope to illuminate the path of authentic leadership, meaningful change, and collective empowerment from moments of uncertainty and doubt to moments of clarity and conviction. Each chapter offers insights and lessons learned, serving as guideposts for those embarking on their own journey of self discovery and leadership. It is my sincere hope that this book serves as a source of inspiration, encouragement, and empowerment for nurses, leaders, and change makers alike. May it spark conversations, ignite passions, and awaken the inner leader within each reader, reminding us the profound impact we can have when we allow the moment to choose us. Thank you for embarking on this journey with me. Warm regards, Coach Charlene. Now, let me read the introduction to you, and then I'm going to share some thoughts. You know, no one could have foreseen the whirlwind that was 2020, a year of unprecedented change, and division. I felt like we were battling not just one, but multiple pandemics. The invisible enemy, COVID-19, infiltrated our cities and our world, bringing with it fear and uncertainty. Simultaneously, racial unrest reignited across the nation, exposing deep rooted injustice and division. And in it all, our sense of certainty and freedom seemed to slip away, plunging into uncharted territory. It was a year of sobering moments, defining moments that tested our humanity to its very core. As a nurse, I've encountered many of these moments throughout my career. Times when I questioned whether I had chosen the right path, but amid the chaos and the doubt, I found my voice. And now I'm ready to share my story with the world. The year 2020 served as a stark reminder of the power of moments, moments that call us to disrupt, to dismantle, to change, and to transform, whether from within ourselves or within the systems that we're a part of. We each have the power to bring about change. We recognize those moments that beckon us to step forward, respond, and make a difference. So I urge you to heed the call of these moments in your own life. Embrace them, for they hold the potential to reshape not only your world, but the world around you. And so that is the preface and the introduction. And I want you to start thinking about your moments. You see, my moments are going to be different than yours, but I guarantee you that you have had moments that have called you to do something that you were not used to doing. And see, many of us, we miss our moments because of what? I bet you can guess. The comfort zone. The comfort zone, you know what? I am a human being. My brain loves to stay comfortable. I love to stay in what my coach Al calls homeostasis, just like your arms straight up. You don't want to do anything different. Matter of fact, when you start getting dreams, visions, and ideas, or just having an urge to do something else, there's always something contending with you when you actually make a decision that you're going to do something different than what you're doing. And so that is a evil person, the comfort zone, which is a natural thing that we all have to face. And so I'm encouraging you, whatever it is that you have been called or you have been commissioned to do, this is your moment. I truly believe it. I believe that now, in where we are in our society, this is your moment to speak up. This is your moment to share your story. No one on this earth can take your story away from you. And so that's why it is important for you to raise your voice, to find out what it is that you need to say, to disrupt those places where you are, where you feel like you're being called to do something different. You are the only one that can do that. And so don't allow yourself, to stay silent when it's time for you to speak up. All of us have different things that we're called to do. I guarantee you, there's something knocking on your heart telling you to do something, whether it's even just to be a better human being, or to love someone beyond judgment, or to encourage someone when they're struggling. Is it to write a book? Is it to start a business? Is it to finally start taking care of yourself? Like, what is that moment for you? I encourage you as you go throughout the rest of 2025, turn the microscope back on yourself, because this journey in When the Moment Chooses You is also a reflective journey. I have questions in there that I want you to really pause and to ask yourself so that you can get to the crux of where you need to be. Because many of us can continue living the same way that we're living, doing the same stuff that we're doing. And it becomes this cyclical frustration, and we just keep doing the same thing like a rat race. I was trying to think of the other name that Napoleon called it. I can't quite remember what it was, but I'm going to think of it and I'm going to bring it back. I know what it was. He said many people are in a hypnotic rhythm. In other words, you keep getting up, like doing the same thing. It's like the rat race. But we must become more conscious for our life. What is that thing that's causing you to be restless? That's causing you not to have a good night's sleep? Like, what's going on within you? Are you supposed to be doing more than you're doing now? That's what I'm provoking. And when the moment chooses you, right where you are, right where you stand today, you can make a difference and you can bring change to those people that are around you, the organization that you work for. You can be a change agent and a difference maker right there where you are. And I'm encouraging you today to not take this lightly. There is something that you and only you can do. And that thing, your purpose, your original reason for being, is what makes you necessary. See, nobody can tell you whether you have value or not. You have to get that within yourself. You are valuable. There's something that you can contribute that no one else can. And so when you start recognizing that and you start walking in that kind of your words, when you find your voice, you truly become an impact. And so that's what this book is pushing you. If you have not found your voice, I'm encouraging you, urging you to find your voice so that you can speak up. Aren't you tired of staying silent? I'm so glad. As painful as it was, 2020 caused me to wake up and to be bolder in my messaging about who I was and what I stand for. And so I believe that these are this time period that we're in, this is the moment. This is your moment. This is your moment to finally do what's in your heart to do. And I know it might be scary, and that's okay. I want you to start the journey at least. If you don't know what to do, grab this book, go through those questions, and make sure that you are answering them. Like, for instance, after chapter one, let me go back to chapter one. And I have a reflective question, and I have room for you to write too. It says, how has your own experience of adversity shaped your understanding of resilience and courage? Now, you can take that and really try to get quiet and start answering some of the questions. All of my experiences that I had of adversity, of challenge, of celebration, all of them shaped who I am today. And so that's why I think it's so important. If you really want to know who you are, you have to start spending some time with you. Love yourself enough to spend time with yourself. I'm talking about quiet time. Get rid of your phone so you can stop scrolling. Move things out of your way, all of the distractions, so that you can hear what you are saying within your heart, your whisper, that is the whisper of your heart is trying to get you to do. And so I am so excited. Make sure that if you want a bulk order, you can email me at info@wellnesswhispererconsulting.com and I will respond to that. The books are also on Amazon. I also have some books available as well. This happens to be a hard copy. We do have hard copy and soft copy. And then, of course, you can get it online as well if you like Kindle. And so I'm excited about it. And I am so determined to help others to unpack those moments, to really to respond to those moments that are calling them into, because in the times that we're living in, we need people to stand up and to be the light in the midst of darkness. We need you to birth those dreams, those visions, those innovations, those programs, those new processes, that new research. We need everybody to have all hands on deck so that we can really get to our destiny. So thank you for listening, and you will indeed be hearing from me more. I'm going to actually take the time to read some of the things in here on the future podcast. And if you are a change agent or a trailblazer and you would like to be on the show, you can also email me at the link that I'll put in the chat. I will be having a few book signings coming up really soon in May if you're in the area. I am also going to actually design an experience for when the moment chooses you. There's something really awesome in helping people to respond to their moments. So I'm going to do a workshop coming up really soon, probably in a couple of months. I'll tell you more about it. And I hope that you're in the area and that you can come. And if you're not in the area, you should come too. But anyway, just know that your moment is waiting for you. There are so many people that are waiting for you to tap into your destiny, to tap into your creativity. Let's not be so concerned about all of the distractions, all the negative stuff that's going on around us. What can you do to contribute to humanity? What gift do you have to serve unto humanity? What is it that you know in your heart that you can make an impact? When you find your voice, you truly can become unstoppable. And there's a quote that I'll end on, and it's by Diana Hardy. And it says, "One voice at the right pitch can create an avalanche." I am encouraging you today. Find your voice and then begin to declare what it is your message is. And you will cause a ripple effect that will impact generations to come. Thank you so much for listening, and I'll see you next time on the show. I want to thank you for tuning in to another inspiring episode of When the Moment Chooses You. I'm your host, Coach Charlene, and it's been an absolute pleasure. Each journey we've shared today is a reminder that when the moment chooses you, the possibilities are endless.